The Power of Networking to Expand Your Business Connections introduces why networking matters and how it can open doors to new opportunities, collaborations, and insights that accelerate both personal and professional growth. And the photo on the left captures the energy of a busy event where meaningful relationships often begin and ideas start to flow. Understanding networking breaks down the basics so you feel confident starting conversations. Networking is simply connecting people, devices, or professionals to share resources and information. There are different types from local to wide area and wireless networks, and key concepts like protocols and addressing help explain how connections actually work behind the scenes. The benefits of networking covers 3 big advantages. It increases opportunities by exposing you to jobs and partnerships you might not find alone. It gives access to resources, mentorship, and knowledge to help you overcome challenges, and it boosts visibility and credibility so others see you as a trusted professional in your field. Building your networking strategy is about being intentional. Set clear, measurable goals so your efforts have direction. Identify key contacts who can offer insight or introductions, and create a simple plan that maps when and how you'll reach out, ensuring your networking activities are consistent and aligned with your objectives. Effective communication skills explores how to connect more deeply. Good communication builds relationships. Using both words and body language matters, and practicing active listening ensures people feel heard and valued, which in turn strengthens trust and makes your networking more productive and enjoyable. Online networking platforms explain where to be visible and how to behave. Explore leading social and professional sites to connect with peers. Use authentic engagement strategies to stand out, and deliberately build an online presence that reflects your values and goals to attract opportunities and meaningful conversations. Offline networking techniques focus on face-to-face connection. Attend local meetups and industry events to meet people in person. Invest time in building genuine relationships through attentive conversation, and use conferences to learn from experts while expanding your professional network in meaningful ways. Crafting your elevator pitch helps you summarize who you are and what you offer in a way people remember. Aim for a clear, compelling opening, describe your value succinctly, and practice delivery so your pitch feels natural, confident, and ready to spark deeper conversations when time is limited. Following up after networking reminds you that the real work begins after introductions. Timely, personalized follow-ups reinforce connections and show interest. Use specific details from your conversations to strengthen rapport, and consider tools to organize and schedule follow-ups so relationships continue to grow. Leveraging existing connections teaches you to make the most of your network by identifying mutual contacts who can open doors, requesting introductions with a clear, concise message about your goals, and nurturing relationships through regular check-ins and helpful exchanges that build long-term trust. Networking etiquette covers the basics of respectful interaction. Follow key do's and don'ts to foster positive connections. Be mindful of cultural differences that shape communication and trust, and maintain professionalism in all interactions so you leave a consistent, positive impression on others. Overcoming networking challenges acknowledges common hurdles and offers practical help. If you're introverted, start with small, comfortable steps to begin conversations. Understand rejection is normal and often a learning opportunity, and practice confidence-building techniques to improve your presence in social and professional settings. Case studies of successful networking brings lessons to life by looking at real examples from industry leaders, highlighting the strategies that worked for them, and extracting practical takeaways you can apply to your own networking approach to enhance relationships and career outcomes. Networking for entrepreneurs focuses on growth-driven relationships. Develop a clear value proposition to attract partners and investors. Seek mentors who align with your vision to gain insight and guidance. And collaborate with others who offer complementary skills to accelerate innovation and market reach. Networking for job seekers provides tactical support for career transitions. Attend industry events and use online platforms to meet professionals in your field. Reach out to contacts for job leads and insider information, and build a personal brand that showcases your skills to potential employers. Networking for career advancement explains how connections fuel growth. Networking can open doors to promotions and new roles. Cultivate relationships with influencers who can mentor and introduce you to opportunities. And learn to navigate office dynamics to manage relationships and build a supportive work environment. Diversity in networking highlights the value of varied perspectives. Building a network that includes different backgrounds enhances creativity and problem solving. Actively seek inclusive opportunities to broaden your connections, and recognize diverse networks often lead to richer insights and unexpected opportunities. Measuring networking success emphasizes the importance of tracking progress. Define clear metrics to assess outcomes. Regularly evaluate both qualitative and quantitative results to understand impact, and use feedback to refine your approach so your networking becomes more effective over time. Networking tools and resources points you to practical supports. Explore recommended books for strategy and mindset. Discover apps and websites that facilitate connections and organization, and identify events and organizations that provide consistent venues for meaningful face-to-face networking. The future of networking looks ahead to new possibilities. Emerging trends like 5G, Wi-Fi 6, and edge computing are reshaping how we connect. Technologies such as AI and IoT are improving efficiency and security, and automation and machine learning will change how networks are managed and experienced. Networking mindset focuses on attitude as a competitive advantage. Adopt a growth mindset that treats challenges as learning opportunities. Stay open to unexpected connections that may lead to new paths, and cultivate a friendly, approachable demeanor that attracts genuine relationships. Leveraging networking in business development explains how relationships drive revenue. Identify strategic partners to expand market reach. Use networking to connect with potential clients and share insights that support sales, and build long-term client relationships through consistent engagement and personalized service. Networking for personal development encourages continuous learning through connection. Engage with diverse individuals to gain new insights. Use networking to expand your knowledge base and skill set, and welcome different viewpoints to challenge assumptions and broaden your perspective. Networking in a remote world addresses virtual challenges and solutions. Recognize how screens limit nonverbal cues and rapport. Use interactive tools and active participation to foster lively online engagement, and schedule regular check-ins to maintain and nurture remote professional relationships. The role of mentorship in networking explains mutual benefits. Find mentors whose experience aligns with your goals to gain guidance. Leverage mentorship to access opportunities and feedback that accelerate growth, and consider mentoring others to reinforce your knowledge and leadership skills. Networking with purpose invites you to connect intentionally. Align your networking with core values so relationships feel authentic. Pursue opportunities that create positive social impact as well as personal gain, and focus on building a meaningful circle of people who share interests and mutual support. Preparing for networking events gives a practical checklist for confidence. Research attendees and use social platforms to learn who you want to meet. Set measurable personal goals to guide your interactions, and choose what to bring and where to create a positive, organized impression. Hosting your own networking events helps you create value for others. Outline clear goals and identify your target audience to plan a successful event. Curate content and invite relevant speakers to engage attendees, and implement follow-up strategies that turn one-time interactions into lasting relationships. Networking and personal branding ties your reputation to your relationships. Actively build your brand through consistent networking and public presence. Maintain a coherent messaging style across platforms to reinforce trust, and clearly articulate what sets you apart so others remember your unique value. Conclusion and action steps wraps up with a clear path forward by summarizing key networking concepts, encouraging you to take practical steps to implement the tactics discussed, and pointing toward resources for continued learning so you can keep growing your professional network with purpose.